You know, there is a belief that the Andromeda Galaxy gave birth to the Milky Way galaxy, and it is the galaxy of the Divine Mother. And it is not based on polarity consciousness like the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way galaxy, this is how we grow, is through this duality, this separation, this awakening, and coming back into wholeness. That's kind of the journey. Okay. And they say that eventually the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way galaxy will collide and become one again. So even there, it's a separation and then a coming back together. Okay. But and there's very few souls here on Earth from the Andromeda Galaxy. They say approximately 800,000 souls. And you've had both. You've got markings for both Andromeda Galaxy and Andromeda Constellation. But this is what's so interesting. It says it is the souls from the Andromeda Galaxy who are bringing in the new paradigm, which is more in alignment with our true nature, a more fluid state of integration in constant change and evolution. They teach us to create an anchor to reality based in our own consciousness rather than the outside world. True reality is more aligned with the state of pure consciousness and changes as a reflection of the observer. And this is, and as we're able to shift into a reality that is more fluid like that and based within ourselves instead of the outer world, is what's going to allow us to space travel.
You know, I have to say, like, that is one reason, or like that there is why I haven't been able to verbalize what my work has been about, because my work is not about out there, intentional creativity or this or that. It's about this consciousness and this design, this divine design, and to learn what that is. And by learning it, it is creating itself.
Exactly.
And so it's that, like you just said it, like that has been the big, like,
Wow.
and for people to be always seeking out there in their way that life mirrors back, it's hard to talk about that because there's no foundation.
Right.
They're just, projecting. I'm that, I'm this, I do this. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So it's the Andromeda Galaxy souls that are incarnating, that are bringing in the new paradigms, to know that you're part of that. And I feel like this will, the more people raise their vibration, the more they're going to get it. But of course,
Yeah.
it's part of doing all of that. Yeah. Okay. All right. And the Andromedans are here to assist in the ascension process of Mother Earth. They're great communicators, many teachers sharing spiritual wisdom, and they're also healers. The Andromedans are the ones, they've actually energy work. Okay. They are the masters of energy work. And they're committed to transmuting lower vibrational energies, and they respond well to sound, all kinds of frequency and energetic healing modalities.
Wow. That sounds like me to a point.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's one more piece here. You talked about free will choice. Well, another body of work that I've gotten involved with, they call it Stellar Nation soul families. And they say the soul family that is connected with the Andromeda Galaxy, and as well as some other stars, not just them, but it's called the Great Felines. And they are the ones who serve the Divine Mother. They protect free will choice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they protect free will choice, right? They are, and they're the warriors of the Divine Mother.
Wow.
Yeah. She's,
Feels so
yeah.
to me too.
Yeah. And, she's at a point where she's saying, enough is enough. We need to come into alignment. And,
Mhm.
and our free will choice needs to align with divine will. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just go on to and you have your moon and Sedna. And Sedna is a point of destiny. And the destiny is to serve the divine mother, and that is your tribe, is the divine mother and her warriors.
Mhm. Mhm.
At least that's one of your tribes. Okay.
That
Yeah.
feels so right on to me.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. It really, really does. And I've always felt that. I always feel like I'm here to serve, like the divine, I'm really here to serve women,
Yeah.
but to the degree that you're talking about,
Hmm.
not the mundane, like, of
Right.
course,
Right.
but like that energy
Hmm.
blueprint.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so many of those from the Andromeda Galaxy, when they first come into the Milky Way galaxy, they have a few lifetimes in Andromeda constellation.
Mm.
And so the constellation itself is a very high vibrational constellation. And they're also, some of the planets in the Andromeda constellation were destroyed. I'm not sure how, but they have become nomads and they kind of travel around the galaxy. Right. Yeah. They live in those biospheres, and they take care of.
God, Sybil, you are like, this is so right on, because the last thing that my father said to me before he died, like the last thing, he's like, I'm really glad you're here. And we were back in our home. And he said, I'm really glad you're here. And I said, I'm so glad to be home, Dad. And he said, in his near death moment, he said, I didn't say you were home. And I said, oh, he goes, I said, I'm glad you're here. You're a nomad. You've always been a
There
nomad.
you go. Yeah.
And I was, I got a little like miffed, and my nephew put his hand on me. And I looked at Billy and he goes, Aunt Vic. He's like, no, no, no. And I said, he goes, he's telling you that he sees you.
Mhm.
Since that moment on, this goes with what else, the second part that you're saying is that since then, I have been very aware of my time travel skills.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Not only in my car, Sedona, Philadelphia, Phoenixville, Musea, but I literally feel like when I go places, I just pop in. And when I come home, I pop in here. Now, I know I'm using these words, but it feels like that to me. And about a year ago, or a little bit more, I was having this feeling that you and I are now talking about while I was in a session with myself. And I thought, this is what I thought. Who could I call that would really understand what I'm talking about? I thought I could call Sibyl.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
finally talking about it.
Yeah, there you go, right. And also that the nomadic Andromedans are part of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and they travel around the universe to civilizations that are getting ready to make this leap in consciousness, or to planets and civilizations that are getting ready to make this leap in consciousness and work with and here they're here on earth working with humanity and mother earth to make this leap. And that's why and there are ships and there are ships that are, you know, really that are in our atmosphere. And it may be at night you even connect with them, you know, to get your kind of your downloads, your instructions, because you're here in service to assist the ascension process.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very validating.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
great. All right. All right. So I wanted to show you the, I have a, and I can send you this. I've got a PowerPoint. I actually made a video as well. But I want to, today we're just going to look at one slide on the PowerPoint, and it is the starseed traits of Andromedans. Okay. This is more the archetypal energy. Okay. Let me see if I've got it up here. I don't. All right. Hold on just a second. Let's see here. Andromeda, there we go. All right. There we go. All right. And like I said, I can send you the whole PowerPoint. Okay. It's mini slides. Let me pull it up here.
Cool.
Okay. So Andromeda starseed traits. They're freedom seekers, free spirits, rebels, travelers, and adventurers of life. Amazing judges. It's very difficult to manipulate an Andromedan. They can spot emotional manipulation and do not put up with guilt trips. They can feel like outsiders, have a hard time finding their place because their energy is so different than most of humanity. Lack self-confidence. It's not always obvious to others. It is because they feel so different from everyone else, but usually overcome it with maturity. Don't like commitments. Drawn to ancient civilizations, drawn to nature, good feminine and masculine balance. Many in Andromeda are actually androgynous. They really learned how to integrate, how to balance that energy within themselves. Inspiring, always trying to learn, grow, and evolve. Careers, most Andromedans are teachers, spiritualists, artists, and freelancers. I would say that's you. And then here, Andromeda starseeds sometimes have digestive difficulties when they come into a body, as they are not used to eating solid food. They may have food allergies and sensitivity, so it is important to have natural, organic, and easily digestible food with a high frequency. Heavily processed food does not digest well.
Sibyl, my last big shift with my migraines happened. It's been happening. It'll be 2 years, but about 6 months ago, I got real serious about my eating. No, I don't eat any breads anymore. Like that was the last kind of process thing that I was like, oh, I can still do that. No, I took that out of my diet. And even my friend Arlene said last time, she's like, you know, your body structure has changed. Your face structure has changed. And I said, I know. I just took this out of my diet and it's helped my migraines again shift. That's why it's one of the reasons why I've always said, like, going to bed on an empty stomach is best for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I need
Anytime,
to eat early. Yeah.
yeah. And like that whole, like, eat, it's exactly what it just said. Like, I like to eat things that are easily digestible.
Right. Good. That's great. So yeah, and like I said, I can send you this PowerPoint. It's got the whole, you know, where Andromeda is, where to find it in the sky, its history. I mean, anyway, it's about an 8-slide PowerPoint. And you, yeah, so you can, you know, take screenshots, or you can just keep it. I mean, I did a video on it, but I think it's better to just send you the PowerPoint. You can read it and then kind of really, you know. All right. Now we're going to go to another one that you've got really strong. And this is Draco.